Hi, it's me, Penny, and today we are doing something not a true crime kind of thing. I thought we'd do something a little bit more lighthearted because, yeah, I'm gonna be recreating my makeup from when I was in middle school. If you knew me when I was in middle school, I am sorry. Back in middle school, I had no eyebrows because I used to shave off my eyebrows. I'm not shaving off my eyebrows. I'm sorry. That is a sacrifice I'm not willing to make. Sorry, I'm just not doing it. But I'm gonna try to cover them up the best way that I can. So yeah. So let's just go ahead and get started. Usually I would wash my face, but let's be realistic. Back then I didn't know what moisturizer was. I did wash my face, so I don't have on anything on my face right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with foundation. And in middle school, fun fact, I really didn't have a lot of makeup, and especially when I first started wearing it, I used to steal my mom's, and my mom's skin is way darker than mine is. I used to walk out of the house looking like a Oompa Loompa, basically. So I tried to find the darkest foundation that I have, but I gave a lot of it away. But I'm just gonna take, I think this one is kind of orangey, which is accurate for how I used to look. Oh, this isn't really orange. It's just very yellow. Okay, that's fine. Ooh. And this is how I used to do it. So my whole thing was my skin. I've always had oily skin, and I've never it's weird because you know how when you get pimples and they start to heal, they kind of scab over and then they start to peel. So sometimes what I would do, like a freaking idiot, I would put straight oil. Like I remember I used to buy vitamin E oil and just put it on my face. Like that was supposed to help get rid of that. And it just made me look even more of a greasy mess. I remember one time I went to school and one of my friends was like, "What is on your face?" And I was so embarrassed. And I remember I went in the bathroom and just had to freaking wash my face off because my face was orange. My acne when I was in middle school was on my forehead, so I used to just cake foundation on there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Like my eyebrows, I feel like that's like the main thing that stood out about me back then. Like when I look back at pictures, I'm like, oh god. But I'm gonna do my best to try to cover them with foundation or concealer and foundation. I'm gonna attempt to basically get rid of my eyebrows because that's basically what I did back then. Okay, I am gonna take a sponge for this because I really don't want to get this all over my hands. I feel like if I had shaved my eyebrows and I put them where they actually look decent, that would be one thing. Just didn't do anything except highlight the shit out of my eyebrows. I'm gonna try, okay? Damn. So we're just gonna have to work with it. I really don't know how to get rid of my eyebrows. I'm just gonna take my Laura Mercier and set these little bad boys. See if maybe I feel like that actually took away some of the coverage probably. Oh well. Alright, so the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to powder my face. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try not to blind you guys, one of these colors and mix it I'll probably take this color. And I'm gonna try to basically just put that all over my face. I was gonna use this because this is actually what I used to use. Aww. Molly's in here with me. But I guess I'll just take a brush since it's so small. I don't want to mess it up. Okay. Oh god. Does that do anything? Does it make me look orange? Yeah, it is. Okay. Literally, I had no idea what I was doing. And my mom used to be so pissed when I used to take her makeup. My face is gonna be broken out tomorrow. That's nice, but it's alright. So much powder because this is what I used to do. I don't know what to do with my eyebrows. What I would do is, like I said, I used to shave off my eyebrows and then I would take a pencil and spend 2 hours filling them in. What the hell was I filling in? I really don't know. What I would do is when I would get out of the shower, I used to literally spend time drawing on my eyebrows. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take this pencil, which I used to use a pencil similar to this from what I can remember. It was from the drugstore. Oh, this is so hard to do. Oh, I didn't have an arch. And I used to shave off this part too. Stupid. My mom used to get so pissed at me for that too. okay, does that, like, this looks terrible, but like compared to how they used to look, this is amazing. Okay, we're just gonna leave it like that, I guess. I want to make them like super thin because that's how they, like, this is too nice. This is way too, shit. This is broken, and like if, oh, did I fix it? Oh no, see? Every time I get one of these pencils, this is my favorite eyebrow pencil, but every time I get one of these, I feel like, or the last couple times anyway, it breaks, or it does this stupid shit. They don't even look that bad. Ugh. Now, as far as like bronzer, I didn't do that. This was basically all, this was it for my, you know, face makeup. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the eyes. And I don't even think I own an eyeliner pencil anymore. It's basically what I would do is I would put eyeliner, black eyeliner on my bottom lash. So that's what I'm gonna do, or I try to do. I don't like how I look. Like, I can't believe I used to do this. I guess that works. Okay. I got my eyeliner on. Next, what I would do is I would take an eyelash curler, curl my lashes, and my lashes, I had really messed them up last week. I attempted to do like my own eyelash extensions, and I couldn't, like, I don't know, it's not for me. And I ended up, like, I took them off the very next day, and I ended up pulling out pretty much all my lashes. I said, okay, so what I would do is I would take like 8 different mascaras. And when I say 8, I literally mean there was a point that I would use 8 mascaras. So that's, I'm going to take every mascara that I have, and that's what we are going to do. I'm literally, this is going to be a pain in the butt to get off, whatever. You know, although middle school was terrible, like, I would not go back. I miss it, like, I don't know. It's kind of fun to, like, look back on. Like, I remember when they'd be like, oh, you know, like, older adults, whatever, would tell you, they're like, oh, you know, once you, or what the hell am I talking about? They would let us know, basically, that it was going to fly by. Why did I feel like that was so hard for me to get out? What I'm trying to say is that adults would tell us that school, like high school and school, just time flies in general, and oh my gosh, it's so true. Like, I remember being in middle school like it was yesterday. It's like you care so much, I feel like, about what people think about you, and then it's like as you get older, I don't talk to, I maybe talked to like 3 people. This was actually the mascara that my mom used to use, and I used to take it from her, except I think it was in black. This one is in brown. But yeah, like in middle school, I feel like I'm gonna, for the rest of this video, it's not gonna be very long, but let's just take a walk down memory lane. I remember I got in my first fight in middle school. One fist fight, and that happened. I don't really want to go too much in detail there, because it, like, stuff like that, like, it's embarrassing. Like, I know I was a kid, but it's like that type of stuff I'm not proud of, like, at all. And honestly, kind of cringy. I'm happy. Like, my best friend, who I know, we've been best friends since 6th grade, and I think you're like 11 or 12, so we've been friends for like over 10 years at this point. She's basically family. Margaret, shout out to you, girl. But yeah, so that was something good that came out of it. Like, I wish back then I was more like headstrong. Like, I feel like I was easily influenced, and I used to just show my ass. Like, I feel so bad for the teachers that dealt with me. Like, I don't know what my issue was. I feel like that's normal, I guess. Not like that showing your ass and everything, but I used to just go to school and just act a fool. My mom wasn't, like, we used to get in trouble, but not really. Like, we didn't really get disciplined like that. I remember I used to get in trouble when I was at school, and they'd be like, oh, like, when we were in front of everybody, they're like, oh, I'm gonna call your mom. And I'd be like, I don't care. And then I would stay after and just beg. I'd be like, please don't call my mom. Not really because I was gonna get in trouble, but more so being that, like, I was just embarrassed. Ugh, cringy. But like honestly, it crosses my mind a lot, like when I think back to middle school, like although like the times, like I know in my life I didn't have the easiest childhood, and I know not a lot of people do, most people don't, honestly, at least people that I know, but like it was like if I could go back I wouldn't, but it wasn't all bad. I feel like life was so much more simple. This is not even near like as bad as I wanted it to be. Now, usually I would just wipe off my lips, but back then, I'm gonna take this off, don't worry. I realized I just got mascara on my nose and I just left it. But yeah, like I wish I was more headstrong back then more than anything. Like there were certain things, like I was just a follower, like I wanted people to like me. I was so and I feel like it's normal, but there's people, like I look back, like when Facebook memories come on and stuff, or come up, and I'm just like, these are the people that like I would never associate myself with now. Okay, so fun fact, when I was in middle school, I was in 7th grade, I'll never forget it. This honestly like made me turn my whole like, it changed things for me. I'm putting more foundation on my nose because I wiped it off. The very first time I skipped school, it was me, and it was 3 other people. And we had skipped school and we literally snuck into an abandoned house backyard, and two of the people we were with, they went swimming, and I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, it would be like, I feel like I was too paranoid, and plus I'm like, how am I gonna go home and with wet hair? Like, I just couldn't do it. So I didn't do it. I just sat outside the pool, and I actually have a video of it somewhere. I got a little cocky and I thought I got away with it because I used to walk home, and one of the kids that I used to not walk home with, but one of the kids that I skipped with, his name is, we'll call him Daniel. That wasn't his real name, but we're gonna call him Daniel. I had skipped school with him, another girl, and another boy, and we used to ride home together. Like his grandma would pick him up sometimes if she picked him up, we lived next to each other, so she would just drop me off too. So we pretty much, like before school ended, we went back to the gate. Like my middle school, it had a back, you could go through the back or you could go through the front. So we used to just go through the back, and before she got there, we just went on. Honestly, I had thought we got away with it, and we got all cocky. We're like, yeah, let's do it tomorrow too. Like, so we got out of the car and we immediately walked back. Like, this was the next day. We walked back off campus and we went to another pool, but this time we went to an apartment complex, and somehow I think his grandma, Daniel's grandma, called and was like, basically she knew that we were skipping school, that I guess somebody saw us, or they saw us on the cameras or something. So I tried to be slick and I tried to cover it, kind of beat my mom to it. So I called my mom. I was like, yeah, I was about to get in a fight, so I just left. She was acting all cool. I was like, oh, I'm not in trouble. She was acting cool about it. She was like, oh, just come home, whatever. So I did. And that day, it was on a Wednesday, I got home and I went and checked the messages because I think my mom was at work or something. I don't know. But I went home and like I checked the messages on her house phone, and it was a message from, I think it was our principal, which was weird to me because you know how usually they have like deans calling? I don't know, maybe because it was a middle school. But anyway. And they basically were like, yeah, like Hannah, we caught her skipping. I don't remember exactly, but it was basically letting her know that I had walked off campus and left. So I deleted it, and I thought I was slick. I was not. And long story short, when I remember on Wednesdays I used to go to church every night, so I went to church. I had a vibe, and I knew something was off. And basically when I got home, my mom had all my stuff packed in a box, and she sent me to live with my grandma's brother-in-law and his sister, so my great aunt. And keep in mind, they used to live 2 houses down. And I was so dramatic. I was like, I don't want to be here. Like, I'm not doing it. I was like, that's so messed up. Like, and I ended up calling my dad to pick me up. And I actually ended up living with my dad for a couple months. And it was really bad. But I don't really want to get into the details of it. But basically, long story short, after that, like, I was like, I didn't skip anymore. Like, that, like, I ended up back in my mom's house a couple weeks later, or I think it was like a month, maybe 2 months, because it was literally, I went there right before school ended, and then before the next school year I was back, so I'm pretty sure it was like a month and a half or something. But I was like, from that moment on, when I got back to my mom's house, I literally completely changed my life. Like I was like, I don't want to do this, basically. And from there, like, I was doing good in school, and yeah, anyway, okay. Now that I just went on a kind of a little rant. Okay, so my hair, either I would put it in a bun or I would do it straight, because I didn't know any better. I think I'm going to do the classic bun, and I would put a bow in it, so that's what I'm going to do. So we used to do it like this. Oh, I hate these buns. Like, it was like one of those buns. Oh, I don't have a bow, but I used to tie a bow around it, basically. And sometimes I would just get bored, and on a whim I would cut my bangs straight across, and that's what I would do. I'm gonna go wipe this shit off my face immediately before I break out. And that was pretty much it for the video. I know it was kind of not that exciting, but I thought it would be fun. Thank you guys for watching. Again, you guys already know, if you guys have any video requests, leave them down below, and I will try to do them. And I will see you guys next time. But wait, we have Molly. Say bye, Molly. Bye, guys.